Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel EduVenture SG. Today we'll be solving a word problem on fractions. So let's start with reading the question. In a sports class, 1 by 3 of the students like basketball and 1 by 9 of the students like volleyball. The remaining 15 students like netball. So part A of the question is, what fraction of students like netball? And part B is, how many students like basketball? So what information basically we have here? So basically we have a sports class, right, in which 1 by 3 of the students like basketball. So we can say simply like BB for basketball, okay, and 1 by 9 of the students like volleyball. So we can represent it like VB, okay. So the remaining 15 students like netball. So there are only three types of games which students are liking. One is basketball, and one is volleyball, and the last one is the netball. Okay. Now, the first thing we should do it. Let's write down what information do we have. So we can write it very quickly. So basketball, right? How many students like it? It's 1 by 3. How about volleyball? Volleyball is liked by, looks like quite less. Only 1 by 9 of the class likes it. And then the remaining class likes netball, which is, we don't know in terms of fraction, but we do know that the remaining students, there are 15 students who like netball, right? So the first thing we should do to solve this question is, let's make the denominator of the fractions same. So you can see here that the volleyball is 1 by 9. So we have to make the denominator of this fraction also equals to 9. So how do we do that? We have to write its equivalent fraction, right? So how do we make this 9? Just multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. So you will get 3 by 9, right? That means this whole thing we can represent it in a form of model, right? And since the total number of the students in the class is can be represented with 9 units, right? Because the denominator here is 9, so that represents the total number of students. So let's quickly draw our model here. Okay, so let's say I will take just 1 or 2 minutes to draw it. So this is I'm going to divide it into 9 parts. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So that will give me 9 equal parts. It doesn't look equal, but let's assume that they are all equal. Okay, so okay, out of this 9 parts, right, which represents the total number of students, 3 parts, right, 3 parts represent the number of students who like basketball. So let's write it like this: BB, BB, and BB means basketball. These 3 units are for basketball students. Now only 1 unit of students like volleyball, so we can write here VB for volleyball students, right? Then all this remaining, right, is for whom? Correct, it's for netball students. So we can write here netball, 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 and netball, right? So you can easily see here that you can easily count here 1 2 3 4 5. So there are these 5 units, right, are for netball students. So one way is to do directly from the model itself. You can see, right, what fraction of the students like netball. Obviously, out of this 9 units, this these five units of student like netball. So one way is you can just directly write from here 5 by 9. 5 by 9 of the students like netball, right? But for our working sake, we have to write we have to show the working as well, right? How do we do that? So basically just add up the fraction of students who like basketball. So basically basketball plus volleyball students fraction is 3 by 9 plus 1 by 9. So it will give you 4 by 9. So together, so what fraction, basically this tells me what fraction of students like either basketball or volleyball. Means this shows both together. You can see it from here itself. 1 2 3 4. Actually out of 9 units, 4 unit of students like basketball or volleyball, right? So remaining rest are netball. So how do we find the netball students? Simple, it's 1 minus 4 by 9, right? Now this one you can also write as 9 by 9 minus 4 by 9, right? And that will give you 5 by 9. So that's another way to find it. So that's your model method, right? You can draw the model and just, it's very clear, okay? And another way is you can simply use it's a simple calculation to find it. So that's your part A. Now let's go to part B. Okay, so how do we solve the part B? So the question is, how many students like basketball? Okay, so from the question, what do we have? We have 15 students. There are 15 students who like netball, right? So now from this model you can see that, you can clearly see that the how many units of students like netball, it's 5 units. So we can easily say that this 5 units is equal to, that's right, 15. So 1 unit will be 15 divided by 5, that will give you 3. That means my 1 unit is equal to 3. Now if I want to find how many students like basketball, so how many units of students like basketball? It's 1 2 3, or you can see from here itself 3 out of 9. So we can find how much will be 9 units, right? Which will be 3 times 3 will give you 9, right? So basically 9 students like basketball. So that's your part B. I hope you like the solution. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.